the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington Redskins and the Dallas Cowboys. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. A first down throw for Prescott. And they didn't wait long to take a shot there, that's for sure, but it falls incomplete, and it's second down. Jeff Swain, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
Here we go, get that, let's go, get out, get out. Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46. 46. 46.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Flushed out right. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll run it with Elliott. Fighting down past the 45. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
What kind of game are we going to have in store for us? I understand the call here if it's the final 2 minutes and you're losing. But this is the opening drive of the game. That is too big a chance for my blood. But give them credit. They got it to pay off.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Called fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs. The give is to Elliott. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Get out. Hey, 47. 26.
On second down, Johnson. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
26.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Johnson on the counter. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Thirteenth play now on the opening drive. Will this be the lucky one? It's 3rd and goal.
Here you go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And his kick here is good. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Gone! Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's caught right side by Anderson. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation,
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
46.
Following the interception, here's Prescott rolling to his right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. And there we saw rolling right out of the pocket. Maybe his momentum taking him toward that sideline led him a little too far.
Yeah, that is difficult, isn't it? Plus, you're closing down your space, right? You're shortening the field for your receivers. And their inclination is to go towards the sidelines as fast as the quarterback is as well. Hard for them to throttle down to leave themselves with enough room to stay in bounds and catch the ball.
47.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Obi Melifonwu with the tackle.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Let's go, get out. 26.
Prescott now on second down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
Here you go.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to fourth down. This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
26.
Here we go with Johnson. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. David Johnson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. He spins free, and he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone!
They'll look to throw. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. picked off by Jordan Lewis.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A first down carry here for Johnson. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
And past the 30 down to about the 27. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. 2 minutes to go here in the 1st half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout.
Get out. Hey, 47.
A give to Elliott. Sharp there with his feet. Gets him a little extra space. And then drop just inside the 20. Tackled there by Monte Nicholson.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Now the extra point try forthcoming. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes our score 17-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. No gain, and it's 2nd down. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed. They got his man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
They'll look to throw now on first down. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right. And this is taken in at the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. And that one results in 35 yards. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And they'll get him down right around the 16. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. The Cowboys on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Go, go, go. Get out there. Get out there. Switch to the left.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Dancing to his left. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage, as he's going to be taken down. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And this one is right through. And the lead now increases to 20-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense, because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire.
And just like that, on we head to half number 2. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas, with the Cowboys out in front. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. A spin. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there, because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out.
Go!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That one complete to Anderson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
And now Jason Garrett electing for his guys to try for 2. And that'll set him back 5. So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try. Try and run here. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20. As his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So out now come the Redskins. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite.
He's got a man complete. That one goes for 36 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Chris Thompson, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Redskins are able to cut into that deficit. Hopkins with the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And out now come the Cowboys. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, 2nd and 10. They'll pitch it out to Elliott. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. Again, it's Elliott. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott forced out to his left. And that is incomplete here.
Well, my initial thought was that maybe he was just trying to blindly throw this one away, and maybe he was. But he's going to get away with it because as he tried to throw it over the left sideline there's a receiver right there in the area, so no grounding call.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. This is Elliott. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
Not the result they were looking for there on 3rd down. They end up taking a loss on the play. The only person happy now, the punter, gets to go out there and show Mom that he gets to play in the game.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. He'll return it from the 6. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. And here come the Redskins now. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Out to the left here to Reed. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now back to throw. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
Detroit!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by George Iloka. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Now Prescott, he's going to let this one go. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Taco Charlton in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
They'll look to throw here. Steps away to his left. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Back now in Arlington. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. His throw caught at about the 5. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. As his guys are in for 6. And the interception by the Redskins' D leads to a touchdown. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that will get him one closer. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Ha-ha, Clinton Dix there for the stop. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 4.
Here go 46. Get out there.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed them for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Redskins will take control of the football in great field position. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He'll look to throw, escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe you can expect more passes like that downfield. They'll set up a throw. Flush to his right. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. Complete. Richardson has it. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Back to throw again. And that is caught by the tight end Reed. Touchdown, Washington. Jordan Reed, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins have made this a 1-score game. Hopkins with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first down. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there.
Go to 54, go to 54. Why?
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. Fighting through, and he's got space. David Johnson on his way. Touchdown, Cowboys. David Johnson, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, pick up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line.
Well, they couldn't be happy that they were having to stop a 2-point conversion because that means they gave up a touchdown. But a little solace there. You saw some good gang tackling, stacking him up before he can get to the end zone.
We talk about offensive units putting in more 2-point period sessions in practice. Defensively, do you do the same?
Absolutely. You have to because you never know how aggressive these offenses are going to be in games nowadays.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
They'll try and start this drive in the air, escaping the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Gone! 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 Gone!
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. Flushed out right. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A gain of 32 that time. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Back to throw here. Flush to his right. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A big play there. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Redskins are able to make this a close game again. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll look to throw again. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And now here come the Cowboys. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Now a handoff. Johnson. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
The Cowboys on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 6. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Here we go, 47, 47. Woo. Hey, check back. 26. Start there, over here. Start there. 26.
Running with Elliott. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. And the man to bring him down was Cyrus Jones. So nursing a slim lead, and that is the opposite of protecting that slim lead.
All I can think here is that head coach, he knows more about what's going on with his team than we do. He must know something's up. Either he has trouble with his punter, right? He's worried about his defense. There's an explanation in there that we're going to ask for after the game, because in this situation, I wouldn't have done that in normal circumstances, but maybe he thought my best opportunity is with my offense.
Yeah, interesting. Back in their own territory. Now we'll see what transpires.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Gun.
He's back to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. 1st down now, but that clock rolling.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. He'll look to throw. And he drops this off to Townsend, complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
They'll give it to him up the middle. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow.
You and I have seen a lot of special comebacks. This one pretty much unbelievable. Roaring all the way back from that huge deficit, now in the driver's seat.
Take the numbers out of it. It seemed insurmountable. It seemed monumental, like no chance you could get that done, but they did. Let's go back to the 92 NFL season, 93 playoffs. Houston, Buffalo, in Buffalo. Houston with the monster lead, and here come the Bills all the way back to win it.
Led by Frank Reich, correct?
Yes, Frank Reich was the quarterback. He had done it in college a few times. He did it in the pros with the Bills. How old were you then?
I was 10. But I remember it. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
That's caught at the 25. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here. as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Here we go, 46. Good. 26.
Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Looking left side, he's got it complete. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the 1st down, but I thought that was the key.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. One last shot now for Prescott. Screenplay, Johnson. Well, Charles, exciting to the very end. That's what we just saw in this game. Final play there, had it in the red zone, but anytime you're outside of the 10, that's tough trying to drop a final play to get in, and they couldn't do it.
It certainly is. So what they were looking for was, extra time. Too bad it's not FIFA soccer, right, where you get a little bit of extra and you get a chance to run a couple more plays and maybe get closer and take that last shot into the end zone.
So for the Redskins, they continue to keep pace for that first-round bye as they move to 11-1. And they'll return home next week to take on the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, this loss cost them in the playoff chase as they fall back to 7-5 on the year.